All right. Today's date is April 14th, 2026. Roughly about 4:30 in the morning. Now, earlier today, over in this section of the parking lot, but more towards Ace Hardware, there were the taxi drivers of ShareRide, which are still stalking, or were still stalking at that moment. And I told them where they belong, as founding documents say, of the punishment of traitors of treason, of invasion of privacy, of which they were performing. And so they had the cops go talk to them. Well, I made sure I got the officer's attention that talked to them, that wasn't going to come talk to me by doing so, by saying the exact same thing I was saying when he wasn't there, but was there at that moment walking back to his vehicle. Then another one showed up right here, and another one right about this area. Well, a little halfway to the road up there, Violent Street. Well, when you tell the officers and go in motion like that with your hand, go back to your little home over here, and not using what commie Americans call not friendly words, and they do so without even hauling you away, that's called the respect of someone that knows law. With all three of them having to tuck their tails and run back to their little home over there. That's the only reason why they had to do that. Not because they supposedly have poor, right? Personal finances. On the business side of things, I've tried to explain that so many times to people, but hey, even on YouTube, Facebook, and all that, you don't want to believe it, that's your issue. The bloodline of mine, if you don't want to believe it, that's your issue. About my great uncle working for Al Capone as a personal financier for only him and the only one that ever did so. Don't want to believe that, that's fine. But there are people, especially like the king of UK, that have had salaries on me before I was even born, meaning of the area, of the whole entire world, plus the UN from 1976, because it was formed about then. And so there are people that actually do know the pure truth of everything. But yeah, if you're telling officers with what commie American side of things says, oh, that's negative words, and they still had to after hearing it in their earpieces, because I, as an individual, actually truly do know law. And at every angle, they had absolutely nothing on me, again, today. And I'm going to describe something to you people. Now, even though it's not on my public record yet, that disorderly conduct of a few videos ago of Sunday afternoon there, of me posting it on YouTube, it most likely will be followed through, even though the judge knows I'm innocent, just so I can verbally get him the information and written that is most likely going to get almost every officer fired for a bunch of junk they probably don't even know I know, just by being out here and them inappropriately handling a lot of things around me that I would inform them of, but acting like I'm the one in wrong. Well, that right there indicates something right there. So, especially pursuing a law-abiding citizen that is disabled, and when he got taken to the county shop here to be processed for that disorderly conduct, which is impossible because the individual manipulated the scenario, and I'll put it this way: they didn't ask a single question if I'm disabled until who's your employer. I then had to explain, which was just before my photos were taken. Oh, disability, Social Security. So that's already like an hour into it, because I was only in their hands for about an hour and a half of book and release. There are so many mistakes. That's one of the more major ones they made without even asking in the first place. And but it is hilarious that you commie Americans think you're above law ever. When you're behind bars in prison and stuff here next 6-9 months, you'll find out you were not above law. I'm not above law. The president's not above our laws of this nation. Not a single individual is. Not even the police. So yeah, toodaloo.